Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Just walking, taking a quick walk. I want to talk about, I don't know, what did I want to say today? I guess about the why, um, um, I guess that scripture about what the angels say. Why does God consider man so much? Why? Because of because of him. It, before before there was them, like the earth people, it was him, right? And my passion is to get him, Michael, back home, back into my yeah, my passion. He's my passion. He's the reason why that I'm still here in this body. Um, our our connection is 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 I don't know how to explain it. It's beautiful. It is so um I know people want to figure out, okay, they're probably like, okay, she loves him, he loves her, but what is this all about? It's all about love. It's about love, fighting evil, fighting the battles that the that Adam got us into, and about forgiveness. You know, I know they're like, how can you forgive? Listen, um, how can you forgive somebody who tried to kill you over and over and over again? Was warned over and over again, do not do this, and it keeps sending out people. You gotta kill. She's still alive. Uh, 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 because he don't want to get knocked off his horse, but he has to get knocked off his horse, and he has to go down. You know, he has to go down, because that this era is over. Okay, this is the queen. I'm the queen, but I'm God. You know, and because we have to get it back to the way it originally was. You know, but the sin of this world, the curse that Dad put on me, uh, on my land, and put on, yeah, on my land and my people, was very harsh, and it wasn't just it just wasn't me, like it just wasn't like slavery or anything like that. It was it was it was on it, the whole system stunk. The whole system was bad. You know, the whole system was horrible for people. You see how we are. Hello, how are you? Good, good. um I'm recording. I was the whole system is harsh. You guys can look around and see, like, oh, what are we doing? You know, what are we? Why are we here? Like, what? Look how terrible we're living right now. And she's kind, and she's loving, and she's forgiving. What makes me think that if she ran the world, she would change the way that the person that she is? What makes you think that she would not do for me and my family that she does for her children? I came here in the body to demonstrate that this is what my kingdom is about. It's about love and community, you know. It's about helping each other. It's about forgiveness. When my dad said, Ayana, he was talking to me through me. It's like, listen, if your brother asks you forgiveness, but it has to be asked. You can't you can't act like you're my friend and act like you didn't do anything. Like you don't get forgiveness by saying hi, how you doing, and knowing that you were doing all kinds of witchcraft and evil and slandering me and making fun and mocking me behind my back and say hi to me and be like, oh, I'm in her good graces. No, that's not gonna work. Mm-mm-mm. That's what Dad said. You have to you have to forgive. How many times, I think one of the disciples, how many times do we have to forgive? As many times they keep asking you forgiveness. Because when somebody asks you forgiveness, they have to acknowledge that they did something wrong. You understand? When somebody says hi to you, that doesn't mean that they acknowledge that they did something wrong. That means they're trying to slide in the back door and act like they didn't do nothing wrong and act try to see if you know. You know, I can't be somebody's friend, like close to them, if they don't acknowledge this is a barrier between me and these people. I can't be close to them. I can't get back to that until they acknowledge the truth of what they did to me. Someone who was innocent and didn't and listen, I wasn't innocent in my flesh at all. I was man, listen. I could talk about somebody to like talk them under the chair, gossip about them, slander about them, cursing with my mouth and everything. And I did those things. I am not saying I didn't do those things. But then once Dad started whipping my tail physically, he's like, you are not that. Stop doing that. Until he started whipping my tail. And then I'm like, wait. He's like, you're not that. You are not that. I got to give you them hands. But that's not you. And then I woke up and I'm like, wow. He's like, no, you are someone. You're a teacher. You're the Messiah. You got to teach these people how to do right and be right. You can't do this. You can't do what you're doing and act like and lead them out of a dark place into the light. You can't be like them and act like them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't lead them and act like them. You understand? You gotta be. Although I brought you down like them, I brought you down to their level. You cannot be. Although I brought you spiritually and physically down to their level, you cannot be like them. You know what I'm saying? This is not what you came here for. You didn't come here to be like them. You're supreme. You are supreme, Ayana. You're supreme. And yeah, no doubt about it. You don't want to be supreme sometimes. But man, as soon as I don't want to be supreme anymore, I'll be like, as soon as I'm like thinking opposite of royalty, I want to start lighting people up. Like that's as soon as I start thinking that way, he started lighting me up. So I don't want them hands. So I'm just like, you know. So I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe rambling on, you know. But but there's a lot of people that are pretending. My thing is like, why? Why? You know? But I'm not like them. They're not like me. So it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. You know? They've taken their lives in their own hands. And they're gonna need somebody to help them get out, but they have a decision to make. They have a decision to make. Are they going to repent? You know? Are they going to ask for forgiveness, or are they going to confess? Because there's no forgiveness without confession. You got to confess that dirty stuff you were doing. You can't just be acting like you didn't do nothing. You just can't do it. That is not letting you do it. He's not letting you do it. But besides that, I didn't really want to get on into that because, you know, the presence of these people makes me want to itch, and they still have pride. Look in their faces and the sound of their voices. They think that you know that I care about who they are, what they're doing, or how they're behaving. Who cares? Who cares about them? Because they don't care, and they didn't care about me. You know what I'm saying? But if they cared about their own self enough to say, you know what, I want to live. I want a way out of this. I want a way out of this, and she's the way out. Listen, you don't have to. You don't have to be totally like clingy to me, but you got to be real. You got to come real. You got to be ready and willing to stop what you're doing. First of all, stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing, and then come and confess what you're doing, what you have done, and get that demon off your back. And until they could muster up that power, they're going to die in their sins. But that is going to keep them alive until I come into power. To let them see the very things that they didn't want to see. They give me fake, I give them fake back too. I give you what you want. You want to act like everything's okay? All right. But spiritually, I know you ain't right and everything ain't okay in your spirit and your household and your family and your finances. Mm-mm. People are lonely in a house with a bunch of people but don't have nothing to say now. But when I was being kicked, spit on, mocked, gossip, slandered on, everybody had everything in common because wicked people love to sit around together. They gather together, coven, witches, warlocks. When things are going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's funny. They were gathered around. Now dad is starting to slap their mouth, and they're sitting there. One's in the basement, one's in their room. This door closed because they're looking stupid. When you start looking stupid, and you don't really, you gotta keep your mouth shut, and you gotta eat that humble pie. There ain't much to talk about anymore, right? Because she's still alive. She's still walking around. But what do we have to talk about now? How we are disconnected, blocked off, finished, doomed. Shall we talk about that? Well, it's your fault. But you said you were in charge of this. And my dad was in charge of it all. Oh, I might have to make another video because I wanted to talk about the love of my life. But this one turned into something else. It's always something else, right? But it all happens for a reason. Because my dad moves my spirit. He moves my body the way he wants it to go. He speaks and he talks about whatever he wants to talk about. So it's not me, it's him. And he loves to talk about how he tricked the enemies. He loves when I smile and laugh at how he got him. Because in the spirit, me and my dad, that's what we did. He's like, okay. We got the chariots and we just got the horses. And it's like, I was like, yeah, let's go to war. I love that. And he'd be laughing and I'd be laughing. And it's just fun. It's fun taking the bots and enemies. That's what I do. And I can do it with a smile on my face. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Right? It's bad. My dad is just he's so smart. And I become wise because I always ask them questions. What about this? And even sometimes in my regular life, just walking, like meeting people. So what does that mean? So why would you do that? Like, and my dad says, you're playing dumb, but and I don't mind collecting information from somebody who is spiritually less than me because that's who dad gave them that information for me. So then I take it, I listen to it, and I'm like, and I start putting things together, and I'm like, and I start putting things together, and it clicks in my spirit, then I know, wow, that's what Dad told me. That's what he wrote in the book. That's what I wrote in my book. So it's a mystery, but it's really no mystery once you know who you are, once you know that you are God, like I am who I am. There's no mystery in that. There's no mystery. It's all good. But that mystery of the whole thing is it's not a religion. It's all about love and marriage. It's all about love and marriage between the anointed man and woman of Jehovah, the one in the sky, the one that no one could see. And that's the scary. That's what I tell my kids is that you should be afraid that you can't see Dad. You should be afraid. That should make you afraid to do something bad to somebody. I should be afraid to wish ill on somebody or to put a hex or do witchcraft on somebody that was good to you. You should never, ever do that. But anyway, I love you guys. I don't know if I'm going to come back on and talk. I'm going to get these people all worked up. They don't know how they might have a heart attack. If I keep walking around here like, Anyway, I love my angels. We're going to be going home soon. Get my feet done, my hair done, my nails done, go dancing with my baby. Yes, go dancing, fly around the world. But I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.